Leo, I see a lot of successful things happening in your future here, but I feel like you're getting spooked out or psyched out by what is going to be coming forward to you and knocking on your door because of past previous things that have happened in your life. And you could compare it to your now, and you're just like, oh, I don't want to repeat the patterns. Reality is, Leo, if you pay attention to where your spiritual team is trying to guide you right now, I see major increase of your revenue flow, as well as getting connected to some people a part of your soul tribe, or some people might consider it like a soulmate or a twin flame connection. Does not have to be romantic though, my darling. It's just meant to be people that you connect to. So howdy, darling Leo. My name is SimplyVelca. I'm here to give you a tarot reading for April 2023. If you are looking for clarity in your life, I am the tarot reader for you. The difference about my tarot readings than other tarot readers on this platform is that, well, yes, I'll talk about the good things that is manifesting for you right now, Leo. I'm also going to be providing a blueprint from your spiritual team of what you should be putting more energy into and what you should be pulling back out of. What good is knowing what it is that you're manifesting if you don't know how to go from point A to point B? So allow me to help you along a little bit in that journey, Leo. So if you want clarity and I sound like the tarot reading for you, let's just go, baby. All right. And so you have the Hermit card in your current situation right now, Leo, and then the Six of Cups in your challenge position here. And so you are at this place right now, Leo, of where something from your past caused for you to just go in your shell a little bit. All right. People probably turned you off. Maybe you probably gave your heart to somebody here, or you took a risk when it came to like a financial decision. Perhaps you wanted to start like your own business of some type, but when you started putting yourself out there, you didn't really get too much result, right? So whatever the case is, there's something that has happened in your past that caused for you to just go inward. Especially could be like a toxic family member or something that I just intuitively got as well. Whatever the case is, it's just like you'd rather just keep your head down and just not want to be bothered or engage with anybody. But the thing about it is, Leo, just because you're going in your shell doesn't mean that you are left without inspiration. You still are having a lot of things coming up in your life of what you feel inspired by, I'm calling you Aries, Leo. You have a lot of things coming up in your life that you're feeling really inspired in doing, Leo, but then you're in this place where it's just like, oh, how do I get from point A to point B? How do I do these things, right? You have all these desires, but how do you bring it into the physical reality? Well, Leo, this is where some of you guys are going to be spooked out here, my friend, all right? But the key to how you go to the next stage of your life here is by allowing yourself to be open to these new connections that your spiritual team is sending forward towards you, all right? Your spiritual team is sending certain people in your life that can help you increase your revenue flow. I get for some of you as well, there's certain friendships that have come forward into your life here that you are trying to be more open to, but you're still a little bit on guard here. All right. The reality is, I see in your future here, you're not working alone to be building something here. I see you surrounded by people here overall. Like I see overall fulfillment. Like this isn't like a specific reading, Leo, for my Leos that are just trying to be successful in business. And this isn't like a reading that's just purely for relationships here. Like this is like a full type of body reading where I feel like for some of you Leos, for all of you Leos rather, like you've really gone through like a major transformation in your future as well, Leo, where you're coming at a place with a lot more responsibility coming in. And I know for some of you, when you hear responsibility, Leo, you might be psyched out a little bit, but I'm not really too concerned about this, because what I see responsibility here, I feel like this is more so you taking action on a really big idea, and you're going to be the one leading the charge in it. I get kind of like a message of someone needs to be more comfortable with an identity of themselves that is of a higher authority. All right. So maybe you need to start speaking from be comfortable with speaking from a place of an authoritative view. But the thing about it is, Leo, is like some people are afraid of sharing their knowledge because of just, they're not maybe book smart about something, but they've lived a life, right? Life experience matters more than a diploma, darling, right? And I feel like that's your story right now, Leo, is like you have so much to offer to the world, but it's like street smarts. Like you lived a life, and it's like the life that you've lived is what has shaped you to be a really powerful person today here, Leo. So while yes, you were disappointed in the past about whatever, yeah, people, for every successful project, there's like 200 failed projects, Leo. Look at my tarot channel. For every successful YouTube video that takes off a little bit from you, there's a bunch of videos that hardly have a hundred views, right? It's trial and error here. And so while I can understand and sympathize, Leo, for you right now, where it's just like you're in your shell, do not allow your past to continue dictating what your future is going to be looking like. All right. I'm going to say this again. Do not allow what happened in your past, Leo, dictate what your future is going to be looking like. All right. You're meant to be in a place of just a lot more authority. Again, I really do get this sense for you. Is like, I don't know if you guys are wanting to start like a business of some sort here. Like, I really just get this sense for you, Leo, of like people coming to answer you, or maybe you just don't understand or fully comprehend, Leo, like how people see you. I feel like for you, it's like you don't feel like a full-fledged adult, but everyone around you, like they have such a high degree of respect for you. If only you could really see, Leo, like how the world sees you, you would feel silly for not chasing after things sooner. You would feel silly for not going after these ideas that you have. All right. You have the 10 of Cups coming in here. All right. This is where I was saying, it's like, I do see a solid opportunity here in your coming days, Leo, of spiritual people, or spiritual people, your spiritual team sending people on your path that you're meant to be connecting with. You know, I know when it comes to these tarot readings, Leo, a lot of people just, when they see like relationships, people only focus on romance. And I tell people, like, girl, we have more than just romantic relationships in our life, right? Business connections, so on and so forth. And so if you're at this point in time right now, Leo, where you're asking yourselves, like, Velka, like, why am I just, you know, you're getting all these positive readings here, or just like, or, you know, or just nothing's really happening in your life right now. What do you need to do to unblock it? And maybe, you know, maybe for some of you Leos, you've convinced yourself that you're cursed or something's wrong with you because there's just been a lack of traction happening here. What's happening, you Leo, is that you are so afraid of not taking where spirit's trying to help you, and it's through social connections. And so once you are aware of this and you even vocalize it for yourself, Leo, where it's just like, all right, you know, even though stuff in the past caused for me to be in my hermit shell, I'm going to be open to new connections and see where those new connections will develop. All right. You cannot expect to change the world hiding in your shell, Leo. And you know that, darling, out of anybody. In your power position, similar to Aries, actually, that I actually accidentally misspoke for you on, Leo, is the 9 of Pentacles. You are very crafty here, Leo. Like, no matter what it is that you do, if you were to just put further energy into something and trusting the process, you would be extremely successful. Now, if I had Leo in my chart, I don't, Leo, but if I had Leo in my chart and I was seeing this, I'd be like, okay, like, let's take tarot readings, for example. You know, spirit led me to do tarot readings online. All right. If I gave up after, you know, I posted my first 100 videos that barely got any views, I wouldn't be where I am today, where I've been able to support myself financially for years now, just doing tarot readings online, you know? And so it's like your spiritual team, they have guided you to do certain things and to pick up on the craft or on specific things, but it's almost as if like you give up on it before you really allow for spirits to have your path cross with certain people that you're meant to be crossing with to help speed things along for you. All right. It's like you need to give something a little bit more time to marinate. In your current position right now, you have the Justice card. The reason why it'd be really important for you to be taking forward action right now, Leo, is that the world is really actively responding to the efforts that you put in, because even in your hopes and fears, we have the 6 of Pentacles right afterwards. So you have 2 different cards that represent the scales, that strong Libran energy, Leo, that represents things coming into balance, or just really ultimately the scales working in your favor here. And so this is really a time of where your manifestation rituals, your law of attraction, like your intention is going to be really potent. You know, the more, if I saw this, I'd be like, okay, the main thing I need to make a priority on right now, if this was for me, I'd be like, all right, I need to start putting more effort into editing my videos, so on and so forth, because I'm going to get a lot more traction than I typically would. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm only using these analogies, Leo, so you can figure out how you would apply it to your own personal life, because, you know, we're all very different in what we're working on. In your near future, Leo, you have the 4 of Pentacles. So this is a card of investments, right? This is a card of someone who is sitting, holding their pentacles so closely to them because they don't want to make a bad investment. But when this 4 of Pentacles finally gets off their butt and finally invests in something, all right, it pays off big time. They have very powerful investment things when they pay attention to the opportunity, Leo. But the unbalanced aspect of this message of the 4 of Pentacles also represents this sense of like, waiting for the perfect moment, or it's just like you are choosing to just never get off the pot. It's like, either piss or get off the pot. It's like you don't do either, you just exist. All right, so Leo, so don't be afraid of just taking action and committing. I really do feel like whatever happened in the past, yeah, you had to unpack a lot of baggage here. Strength card, yeah, darling, I understand now. I'm not even gonna chastise you or anything, Leo. This, to me, these two extra cards that I pulled for you, this is showcasing to me, Leo, that's like you have been going through it in your past here, and so naturally it makes sense that you would have trust issues in yourself and people around you, wanting to take risks. Like you're just wanting a peaceful life for a little bit, and I understand this, but let's take a little bit more risk, darling. Trust your spiritual team a little bit more, because they know where they're trying to take you, darling. All right, so this is the weekly tarot reading that I have for you, Leo. If you want further clarity in your life, my website's linked down below, SimplyVelca.com, if you want to purchase a private reading with me. And I'm going to be leaving a link to a spiritual newsletter from my friend Minnow Pond Tarot. You probably have seen him before. Winning Pond Tarot is the website. It's free to sign up if you want to check it out, but all that's going to be down below. Until next time, Leo, I love you so much, darling. Bye.